Hi guys, my name is Jess, also known as JessGOAT. Some of you may know who I am, some of you might not, and this video is to just clear up some of those pieces of information you might be missing about me, or you might just not know me at all. So enjoy the next couple of minutes of me explaining my esports story. I've had quite a wide diversity of positions in competitive Siege and in other games as well, and I guess a lot of people don't know my full story, I guess where I started in Siege or in esports as a whole, and I only moved into Siege at sort of the end of 2016, and I started playing a little bit more seriously at the end of 2017, where going into 2018, I was deeply embedded in the ANZ competitive scene. I was invested, even though I was working and finishing my master's degree. And then at the end of 2018, I was lucky enough to qualify for Challenger League Season 8 in ANZ, which I then quickly moved to substitute, was asked to move to substitute because my working hours just didn't align with us being able to scrim as much as we wanted. And at the same time, I was casting Southeast Asian Pro League, Cyber Gamer tournaments, a whole bunch of things around ANZ and APAC that I was really lucky to have been able to do. Then at the end of 2018, I moved to Europe to work with Penta as their analyst. Then I moved into the head coach and analyst role for Penta after a couple of months. And during my time there, I mean, within a few months of joining, we'd qualified for SI 2019, the World Championships. And I thought, wow, this is really big. This is huge. And then, then I attended about 4 or 5 different LANs with Penta alone. Multiple national leagues, just an amazing amount of stuff that we got to achieve there. And then I moved to Italy for Samsung Italy. Being able to, reach finals there as well was amazing. And I guess my experience in, I guess, the coaching sphere was mostly what I'm known for, but I've also been desk analyst at things like UK Prem, as well as I did Benelux as well, which was a very fun time, and I cast in CSGO as well. So there's a lot that I've been involved in esports, and I'm very lucky to have been involved in all of that. It was a really hard decision for me to choose to stay in Rainbow Six. When I first joined Penta in 2018, I actually was running my own tuition business around Melbourne, and I was also contracted with the university. And for me to make that decision to leave that was really out of the thought process that I wanted to travel. I wanted to immerse myself in more cultures, languages, learn more languages, travel before sort of solidifying myself in my criminological career. So it was something that was a big deal to begin with anyway, especially to relocate across the other side of the world. After I left Samsung Italy, I had decided that I was going to go back into criminology. It was time. I'd enjoyed my year and a half in esports, but it was about time that I go back into criminology and start, working towards my future goals. And then a big spanner was thrown in the works by Ubisoft just straight after SI 2020, after I'd worked on the analyst desk at SI, and they said, no, we kind of want you for the big picture, for the new league that we're running for Europe and Asia Pacific. And I said, well, I don't know if I can accept this. I don't know if I can leave my criminological career again. I don't know if I can move again. I mean, when I first entered esports, I lived in, 3 different countries. So for me, this is yet another country, relocating to Paris in France for, the foreseeable future. And I think for me, I had to sit down for a long time, with loved ones, with my partner especially. And I had to sit down and make the decision. Did I want to continue in esports? Did I think that I could add enough value here? And did I think that it would be worthwhile enough long term for me? Both, I've made so many friendships in Siege, whether it's through competitive play or just playing casually or ranked or whatever it might be. I've met people all over the world that I consider very close to me. I've also put in thousands and thousands of just playing hours into this game. In fact, I have over 4,500 hours of playing time alone, and I've been streaming the game. I've been providing content on the game. I've been working with Ubisoft. I've been working in the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 scene. And I know it's only been a couple of years of me sort of being really involved in the competitive scene, but I think all these thousands of hours that I have in the game led me to decide that I have a lot to give. I'm very passionate about the Siege scene. I've played this game exclusively as my main game now for 2 years. I want to be able to give it the best, and I also want to be able to invite everyone else around the world to get themselves involved in competitive Siege, because it might have a high skill ceiling, but I want everyone to enjoy the same passion I have for the game that I hope everyone else in the world will continue to grow and get involved in, because this game is one of the best games that I've ever been involved in. To sort of finish this video off, I just want to firstly thank all of my community, my fans, anyone who's supported me over the past 1.5 to 2 years. You guys have been absolutely integral to my growth in this scene, and I appreciate you a heck of a lot. To Ubisoft, ESL, all the teams that I've been involved in, or all the teams that I've gone up against in a sort of tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 capacity, anyone who's worked with me on a freelance basis, all of you involved in the Siege scene that make it, coming up to be a tier 1 esport that it is. Thank you so much for being involved. Thank you for showing me that my passion in this game is very warranted. Thank you for sharing your passion with me. And thank you for, I guess, giving me the opportunity now to be able to share my love and the passion for this game on yet another platform, another diverse position for me to move into. And I hope you guys, whether you choose to support me or not, are going to be able to enjoy competitive Siege the way that I love it, and the way that I know the rest of you are really excited to get involved with. So I'll be there. I'll be on your screens. I'll be trying my best to get you guys involved in competitive Siege, and I really hope going into the future I can give you guys everything you need, whether it's analysis, casting, hosting if I ever get tossed into that role, and a heck of a lot of content for you guys so that you can really get involved in the crux of competitive Siege. I really want that for you guys. It's an exciting community. It's an awesome environment. So thank you again to really all of you, and thank you to Ubisoft, Faceit, Live Nation for getting me involved in this future long-term project. I'm really excited. We'll see where we go from here.